What's going on, guys? It's Pastor Paul once again from Set Free Ministries. What you're about to see is the collaboration once again between Set Free and JTC. JTC or Set Free. Either way, doesn't matter. We're all on the move. We're all on the move together. But what we are talking about in this conversation is about the power to yield. What does yielding mean to you? Stay tuned and you're going to hear it from somebody else's perspective, from my perspective, from Eric Wilson's perspective. What's your own perspective? Stay tuned. 6 months ago, and this man right here does a powerful mentorship. And we've done a scope before called Set Free to Serve. And so what we're going to talk about today is yielding to whatever your situation may be. Now, this is going to be able to relate to anyone who is a believer or not, because the bottom line is to yield, you first have to have a sign. You got to have the sign to be able to understand there's a reason why I've got to yield, right? So even when you're driving, if you don't see the yield sign, you have no reason to even want to yield. Was about the detours in life, because the detours is really not a block of what God wants you to do. It's really another way around the process, the places that you think that you want to go. God is really truly just taking you around the other way and getting you back on path. It's just that thing that was in your way, he's taking you on a detour. So
wow. Woo, I'm learning, y'all. I'm in here, but I'm learning. The Pastor P is in the house. Shoot. You was thinking about that. I was thinking about Jesus when he said, I have need to go through Samaria. And they didn't want to go back through Samaria. And that's what you made me think of, that even in the detour, or as we see it as a detour, there's a divine purpose for us to get to the destination. So I won't collaborate on that yet, but I just got excited about, we was just talking before we got on camera, talking about your situation and how, I said, whatever it is, you got to enjoy it. You got to find a way to enjoy the detour, or just the mere fact of hearing the word detour. When we hear that, it's like, oh, it's going to take longer. But if we can, and that's normal, but if we can catch that imagination and say, oh, there might be something else I'm going to see on the detour.
Right.
That's much more fulfilling than if I would have just went.
Exactly. Boom shaka.
Boom shakalaka. That's for Alex right there.
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka.
Pow. Prime example. I was looking around, looking for my keys to get here. My first response was, I have a spare set. My second response was, I still want to find my original keys. Because I knew that I had drove home. My truck's in the parking lot or in the driveway. So I knew, okay, my keys are here. Where did I put them? Come to find out, I had searched every place in the home except the garage. I remembered I was talking to Michelle Flores when I was walking into the house. Garage door was open, so guess what? Paulie Barr is going to take the easiest route to get into the house. I'm in there, and I remember once I saw the keys when I went into the garage, I saw the keys, and I said, now I remember why I came into the garage. But what happened was I had to stop for a minute, get away from the frantic mess, and say, okay, where would I have left the keys, and where have I not looked? So I had to yield. Because if I would have kept racing, the thing that happens is when we get an idea, or God gives us a revelation about something, right away, we're like a bullet out of a gun. Boom, we're gone. And that's what he wants us to do. But at the same time, if we're going so fast and we don't understand that he's the one who shot the gun, we're just the bullet, he knows exactly where he wants to aim us. But sometimes we have to be able to sense and understand, okay, hold up. I have to yield for about 2 seconds right now. And I've got to understand, where did I leave my keys? And that was the bottom line this morning. And it was funny because I'm like, this is exactly what we're going to talk about today.
So in the yielding, then you had to exercise some unplanned work in your thinking to stop and say, where did I put these keys at? They had the backtrack. So even that, you backtracking, okay, what was the last thing? Okay, I came into the garage, okay, I was talking to Michelle, okay, boom, boom. Even that, if we catch it, is just exercising our thinking.
Right.
We just, at that moment, don't feel like exercising thinking for that because it's like, where's the keys at? I should have them. But when you think about it, if we want to call it that, it's a little bit of extra training.
Right.
With your mind, our minds, that as we have to go back and think, where did I put that? The frustrating part is that we lost it.
Right.
But if we can catch that, I'm talking to me, and we can catch that and say, just let me think for a second. Like you said, let me step back for a minute and just, You know, that was, I think it was Robert Townsend or something, Bold and Black and the Beauty said, I don't know what show that was, and something make you go, Sometimes you just gotta say, you know what? Because the one thing I do know, the more we stress out, you ain't never gonna find it.
Okay, y'all, you have heard it firsthand from two different perspectives. Whatever your perspective is, we'd like to see your comments down below. One more thing, in a couple weeks, we are going to continue these types of series. We are broadcasting through YouTube a JTC and Set Free collaboration of different topics, different points, different things that happen in our lives from a biblical perspective and a practical. We've got part 2 coming up of this conversation. You'll have to see it in the next few days. God bless you.